Well, Democrats decided to hit the internet, especially X, with just a ton of lies that Trump is trying to cut Medicaid, especially with the big, beautiful bill. I'm going to show you some of their robots at work. I'm going to show you the worst robot of them all would be Elizabeth Warren, where we're still wondering if there's a sign of life. My theory is that she is an AI person, that we can't tell that she's synthetic, but we have a great video proving how synthetic she is. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. If you're in the Quad Club, thank you for keeping the lights on here. You guys are why this show works. Quad Club is when you guys watch all 4 videos in one day. You know, it makes me happy. I don't like doing videos when no one watches them, but I like doing videos when you watch them. Okay, check this out. Here's the first tweet that I saw by Expose the Media. Warren, Trump's medical cuts will push grandma out of a nursing home, kill 51,000 people, and fund billionaires. Does that sound like Trump's agenda? Of course it's not. Senior Senator Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren went full meltdown mode, claiming Trump's Medicaid cuts in the big, beautiful bill will kill 51,000 people. These are just big branding things. This is not news. It's a left-wing bedtime story designed to scare voters and vilify billionaires, but especially scare you guys in my audience, because I have so many seniors in my audience. You're supposed to be terrified. Of course, don't believe them. They don't have any credibility. But where was this outrage when Democrat governors like Andrew Cuomo, who just lost in New York, Gretchen Whitmer, Phil Murphy, Tom Wolf, Gavin Newsome, J.B. Pritzker, and Ralph Northam forced COVID positive patients into nursing homes? That actually happened. It led to an estimated 30 to 50,000 nursing home deaths across several states. This is part of why Cuomo also lost in New York and got a Muslim socialist radical elected there. Also, don't forget how many illegals that they've brought on our payroll, giving them citizenship where they're going to be able to get Medicare, Medicaid benefits. Here's Elizabeth Warren in full terror mode.
They'll get over it. They'll get over losing their health care. They'll get over the fact that 51,000 people will die from these cuts unnecessarily.
Let me know in the chat below if this is working on you. Are you scared yet? When she says you'll die, do you believe this? Let me know in the chat below.
People who would have survived. So they're just saying, don't worry. They'll get over that their grandma was pushed out of a nursing home. They'll get over the fact that their neighbor lost his wheelchair and now has to be in an institution. They'll get over the fact that that little baby was born with complex medical needs and has $1 million worth of medical bills before she even makes it home, and it bankrupts the family.
When do Democrats start caring about babies? We know what Democrats like doing to babies. It ain't pretty. They do not care about babies.
Worry, they'll get over it, and they will not get over it.
No.
The people who are injured by the Republican bill will not get over it, and what they really won't get over is that all of those cuts, taking away that health care from babies and old people, people with disabilities, is so that the billionaires who sat in the front row at Donald Trump's inauguration and contributed to him, so that they can have a bunch of tax giveaways, so that Jeff Bezos can buy a third yacht and buy Venice in order to run a $10 million wedding.
It's the rich, a $10 million wedding. She's daring to say Jeff Bezos had a $10 million wedding. What about Chelsea Clinton, who took all that USAID money and made her? They don't care. You know, they're always rolling out it's for the children. And this is old Marxist stuff. This is like early 1900s. They're just trying to protect their billionaire friends. Don't look at the Soroses, whatever you do, the billionaire Soroses. Here's Rep. Richard Hudson. The CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, corrects the record. The Congressional Budget Office just debunked the Democrat fear-mongering on Medicaid, confirms the big, beautiful bill only removes ineligible, illegal, or able-bodied non-workers. It rebukes false claims that Republicans are cutting Medicaid. It projects 30% growth in the program over the next decade, thanks to DOGE stopping the waste, fraud, and abuse. It shows billions in state savings. And remember, the CBO underestimates conservative revenue gains and overestimates deficits. So the real news, it's even better better than the letter states. This is a Gavin Newsome post from on Newsweek. Mitch McConnell says people worried about Medicaid cuts will, quote, get over it, unquote. Mitch McConnell is not the Republicans' best spokesperson. I don't even know if he's the best Democrat spokesperson. But Gavin Newsome says they don't care about you. Again, in the chat below, tell me, on what planet does anyone think that Gavin Newsome cares about you, especially my viewers in California? Let me know in the chat below if you're from California. Is this working on you? Coming from such a caring person as Gavin Newsome, he escaped. He's the snake man that escaped from the circus. Here's another tweet here. Who's getting cut on Medicaid? That's the question you should be asking. Who's getting cut on Medicaid? Illegals, illegal aliens, don't pay into the system, taking your benefits, led in the country by Gavin Newsome and Elizabeth Warren. And I said I would show you where this is my theory that she's AI. This person is posting, this is Andrew, says, wow, this just seems so natural and organic, not forced, clumsy, and scripted. Let's watch a candid video of this is Elizabeth Warren pretending not to be a robot and pretending to be natural.
You know what really pisses me off about where we are today? Is that back when he was running for office, how many times did Donald Trump say on day one he was going to lower costs for American families?
Right.
And now
I know.
the big, beautiful bill.
Like, I mean, I talk to people all the time who are going like, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, seriously? Like,
This is so bad. Look at the camera pulling right behind him. We just happened to be walking through this office, these cubicles, the three of us having a casual conversation that wasn't scripted at all.
money here.
Like he didn't run on throwing 16 million people off of healthcare. He
No.
didn't run on a promise of handing that money to the billionaires and the corporations. They thought he was going to be a populist. They thought he was going to care about regular people.
That's right. He did not run on taking away wheelchairs
Right.
from people who need them to be able to live independently.
Okay, now give me a three shot. You three sit there. You get in a chair, you get in a couch, you get in a couch. And then we'll continue this conversation, says the director of this awful, the world's worst. People, this is not how viral content works. This is not organic. No one's buying this.
And so how betrayed must Americans feel?
Now watch, one of them will spontaneously say, oh, no one feels betrayed, Elizabeth Warren. She'll go, whoa, no, you're getting off script. They feel betrayed.
At this moment.
I mean, you have a lot of people who are fed up with this rigged economy, and they bought his argument that he would unrig it.
Yeah, they're going to buy that argument. And you know what? The Democrats are the real ones they're claiming who's going to unrig this economy by adding more illegals to Medicaid.
And he's like brazenly doing the opposite, right? He's rigging it further.
This is Democrats. Remember Trump always said the elections were rigged, and now they're saying this is rigged.
Help his Mar-a-Lago buddies.
Yeah.
And that's the foundation of this bill that we're voting on this week, right?
I mean, there is nothing subtle about this.
No.
There is, they're trying to pretend.
This is kind of a self-confession. She goes, there's nothing subtle about this. There is nothing subtle about this video either.
Like they're not doing what they are really doing. Is they could not give these giant tax breaks to these multimillionaires, and then they wouldn't have to cut Medicaid.
She has a microphone on her lapel, but it's too far away from her face, so it can't catch up to her. There's another one of those casual conversations where she happens to have a lapel mic.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to cut SNAP, but that's what they're choosing to do. It's a choice that they're making.
Are you guys afraid of the Republicans are going to cut SNAP? They are going to cut some of SNAP, by the way. That's food stamps. They're not going to allow the poor to go and buy candy bars and Cokes with it. Maybe they need to buy more nutritious foods. But that is where the biggest waste, fraud, and abuse is, in the SNAP things. We've seen, Victor Davis Hanson has reported seeing illegal aliens come in with 3 and 4 of those EBT cards. They rack up all the groceries on one, rack them up on another, and then pull out some money and buy beer because they're not starving, they're not hungry. And it's supposed to be a safety net for people that are really in trouble. And they're taking all that money out of the system so that people who really need it can't use it. What do you guys think? Are you buying any of this from Elizabeth Warren? Is Elizabeth Warren human or AI? Take a vote. Let me know down in the chat below. Thanks. Shout out to the Quad Club. I'll see you guys again bright and early tomorrow. I'm Doug in Exile.